Oh yeah, GameStop is so back, baby. Y'all know that I don't like to use the word woke. I feel like it's kind of lost all meaning, but I mean, take a look at my history. When's the last time that I really used it in like a video title or whatnot? However, when the CEO of GameStop has come out stating that they're going to be selling their Canadian and French branches and cites wokeness and DEI as the reason, oh, you know we're in for a good story. So welcome back to Words of Paradise. I'm your host, Leon Idle. And for those that don't know who this is, this right here is Ryan Cohen. Power to the people. Got himself a good solid almost 500,000 followers on X, only following one individual. Let's see, who's he following? Oh, right, GameStop. He is the CEO of GameStop. He also publicly supported Donald Trump in the 2024 election. Now, what does all of this mean? Well, I'm going to let you know. Before that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news almost every day. And let me tell you, his tweet goes hard, son. Because it comes off as a joke. You think this is a joke. You think homies is out there, for the lulz, for the giggles. He supported Donald Trump. Obviously, one of Donald Trump's main campaigning points was getting rid of DEI and wokeness. So he has this to say. Email m&a@gamestop.com if you're interested in buying GameStop Canada or Micromania France. High taxes, liberalism, socialism, progressivism, wokeness, and DEI included, at no additional cost if you buy today. That's funny. That's hilarious. And to be fair, it comes off sounding sort of tongue-in-cheek, right? Like he's just, he's making jokes. Obviously, the dude is anti-woke, anti-DEI, doesn't play that game. Why else would he support Donald Trump? And he got, a lot of I guess good word, safe word in the comment. I mean, woke DEI, you say. You got people that non-binary, which I think is gay. I don't like the whole non-binary thing. I think it's stupid. But and then we got we don't play those type of games around here. In June 2024, GameStop investors rejected a proposal to require the company to report on the diversity of its board. Proposal asked the company to report on the skills and diversity of its directors, but GameStop already disclosed that information. Now, look, the people are obviously looking at this like, oh, this is great. But if you go to the GameStop website, I am at news.gamestop.com, like the official website. And I know it's hard to see, and I apologize. They don't use a good font for this, but it is what it is. GameStop announces plan to pursue a sale of French and Canadian operations February 18th, 2025. This is quite literally announced, well, today by the time I'm recording this, yesterday by the time you're seeing it. Grapevine, Texas, February 18th, 2025. Globe Newswire. GameStop Corp, NYSE, GME, the stock trading names, today announced that as part of its evaluation of its internal assets, the company intends to pursue a sale of its operations in France and Canada. For inquiries regarding the matter, please contact m&a@gamestop.com. The very email he put here, guys, it ain't just a joke. Cautionary statement regarding forward-looking statements, safe harbor. This press release contains forward-looking statements from the meaning of private securities litigation form. It's legal jargon and mumbo-jumbo, but the fact of the matter is they are selling. And why? High taxes, liberalism, socialism, which kind of goes hand in hand with high taxes, progressivism, wokeness, and DEI. And if all that wasn't enough to convince you this is real, that this dude is really trying to bring the hammer down, because let's be real, operating costs in Canada and France have apparently become so high, at least in part due to DEI and wokeness, it's just not even worth the endeavor before. Even The Hill is covering this. GameStop CEO decries wokeness and DEI as company seeks to sell Canadian and French operations. GameStop CEO Ryan Cohen derided wokeness and DEI as the video game retailer giant seeks to sell operations in France and Canada. The company announced on Tuesday this part of its evaluation of its international assets. GameStop intends to pursue a sale of its operations in France and Canada.
No offense, but it sounds like some fucking commie gobbledygook.
Holy shit, I'm gonna come.
You'll love to see it. They see all this communism and socialism and wokeness, and they're like, you know what? Nah, we capitalists. That's how we roll. On the same day, Cohen slammed wokeness and diversity, equity and inclusion, DEI initiatives in both Canada and France. The company said in a December filing with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission they have initiated a comprehensive store portfolio optimization review, which involves identifying stores for closure based on many factors, including an evaluation of current market conditions and individual store performance. While this review is ongoing and specific set of stores has not been identified for closure, we anticipate that it may be the result of the closure of a large number of stores that have closed in the past few years, the company said in filing. And they go on to talk about all the stores that have closed. It's closed 203 stores in Canada, 647 stores in Europe. It closed more than 700 stores since 2020 in the outbreak of COVID-19. Now, what does this all mean? So I'm gonna be real. That's a lot of information to take in with a lot of numbers and legal jargon, things to that effect. And obviously, it is not just wokeness and DEI leading to the failures of GameStop. Like, it would be insane to make that claim. Not everything is about the woke boogeyman. I mean, you've got factors such as people aren't buying physical games as much because the downloads are on the rise, non-physical copies. I mean, I love games. I know it's criminal to say as a gamer, but I love GameStop. You know, I like going in there. I like buying physical copies. I have a physical collection. I don't like ordering things online as well. I like to hold it in my hand. Also, GameStop's just kind of become a hot topic for gamers. Like you go into a GameStop and it's mostly about the merch and the toys and the things you can buy. And games are honestly almost secondary. Even though I go to GameStop probably a couple times a month, I rarely actually buy games there. I mean, to be fair, I also play on PC for the majority of my games, and if I'm gonna buy a Switch game, yeah, odds are I actually do buy it at GameStop. When's the last time a Switch game worth buying came out? Actually, Sonic Shadow Generations. That's the last time I bought a game for Switch. But anyway, the point is, yes, there's a multitude of reasons that GameStop's been failing. However, when you think of these, Canadian and French outlets, how much money are they spending on DEI training, diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives? How much money are they spending on making sure that they've got, they're meeting certain diversity quotas? Like, hey, we have to now process all these applications. We have to process all these individuals. We also have to look into their background, their history, in terms of whether or not they are, of a certain race or gender or ethnicity or sexual orientation, what may be. Those sorts of costs do add up. Even if it's not the bulk of what's costing them money, that is still additional cost. Add into that the fact that these, the governments of Canada and France are very, infested by woke leftists who want higher taxes. Well, higher tax, man, why you gotta have me pay higher taxes if I can't even afford to run the business as is, because people aren't coming in and buying the games as a result, as a general shift in the market of what gamers are out there consuming, because they're mostly buying it online. Like, all in all, even if it is not the bulk of the reason that GameStop is failing, at least failing in certain locations, it does play a part. Whether it's 1%, 10%, 5%, 30%, it doesn't matter. Any percentage of a hit to a business profits, especially, is going to be something that you're going to want to mitigate, something you're going to want to get out there. And we've been saying for ages that wokeness and DEI and ESG and all that hits profit margins because you gotta pay. I mean, how many extra special HR people do you have to buy for this? How many extra training courses do you have to buy to show every single new hire? And then you've got to go through the training. It is absolutely insane. And for a company as massive as GameStop that is international, I guarantee you that adds up. So yeah, you've got this CEO saying, you know what? It's not even worth it anymore. And then he gets on X, who is almost 500,000 subscribers or followers, and says, yep, someone else come buy this, take it off of our hands, wokeness included, we're done. Publicly deriding wokeness, ESG, and DEI in the gaming space. I don't know, in my opinion, you'll love to see it, but those are just my opinion. Let me know yours in the comments down below, or let me know on X, where you can find me at Bolt the Word, and please do subscribe. I have a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news nearly every day. Not always about the video game industry, but anime, movies, music, Magic the Gathering, you name it. Check me out on Instagram at wordsofparadise_Leon, and become a member for $4.99 a month. You can join the Discord, choose the articles I go through on a day-to-day basis, choose the videos I react to on my Friday night live streams, and of course, get involved with over 150 other vital idols. We are a bright, beautiful, glowing, vibrant community that I cannot wait to grow even further, because we do care about diversity, but only one kind of diversity of thought. If that's interesting to you, join the Discord, hit subscribe, and until next time, it is all here in the Nerdosphere. This has been Words of Paradise.